Peace, guys. Today we are talking about rest. Mm. When I speak with people about their goals, about their aspirations, about what they truly want to do, a lot of their methods include working hard, grinding, burning the midnight oil, putting themselves through rigorous routines in order to have the result of success. But what really is success? What is it that we truly, truly want? And for me, understanding that there's always going to be a sacrifice is really important. I used to think, okay, maybe I can get my manifestations or my end goal just by going these routes where I'm not either struggling too hard or I'm not too uncomfortable trying to work smarter, not harder, and avoiding certain obstacles that I know could arrive. But have you ever met anybody to take each hard route to where they wanted to be and it actually turned out well for them? I haven't, but I do know people who've had like just a hard time just managing day, getting through day to day. And so when they have these big goals, struggle and sacrificing of your health becomes second nature. And I'm at a point where I don't want to sign up for that. But I know I can't be lazy and I know I cannot procrastinate. I still have to show up and I still have to work. And that is the lesson that I've learned. It just depends on what type of work you're putting in, how consistent you are with that work, and how passionate you are about that work. Because I'm creating a way where I can show up and it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that's doable for me. It's something that lights me up and that I can do at any time for a long time. And rest is important to get to that point. I used to be someone who always had to sleep in. I mean, I used to get all of my sleep down to the minute I would snooze. And I just realized how much that held me back for me. Once I started making sure that I have a routine, a regimen, a schedule of some sort, because I do, I'm more flexible because I do work from home, but I'm starting to really get that structure and abide by getting certain things done by a certain amount of time. So I give myself windows instead of strict minute by minute. And the window is not too wide. It's like you have to focus and get this done within this amount of time. And it's been working for me so far because I've been pumping out content I just didn't know I was capable of doing. And I'm enjoying it and having a good time. And I know that because I'm resting more, it's because I'm able to recalibrate the load of the day each day. As a manifesting generator, I am already designed with a lot of energy. I can pivot here. I can do this. I have the ability to get a lot of stuff done all day, every day. And it's satisfying for me at the end of the day once I've done everything to light me up, that are things that I want to do. So, in understanding that, I have to prioritize rest. So lately, I've been taking a nap with my son every day, but it's caused me to go to bed a little bit later than what I am used to. And so finding a balance, letting him nap without me, and then I'm able to go to bed at 9:30, 9 o'clock, almost 9:30. And that's really, really been great for me because I'm able to wake up at 5 a.m. now or 4 a.m. now. And I'm not exhausted. I'm not having the bags under my eyes, or, I'm just not having a slow morning because I'm really still tired and I'm not resting. But I want to be up in the morning because that's my me time. I'm just only doing for me at that time. I'm making sure everything is cleaned up in the kitchen because I have to take my vitamins, my minerals. I have to get my meditations in. I have to journal. I haven't been journaling a lot lately, but I'm getting back to that. And then I'm much better for everybody else for the rest of the day. So I'm encouraging you today to really think about the rest that you need and that you don't get. And if you have to say not right now to a spouse or to a child so that you can get some rest, then a lot of the problems that you're going to have because you're not resting and you're not recalibrating is on you. It's not your children and it's not your spouse fault for what you allow. And I'm speaking from example. I have a 22-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, and I have a husband. And it could be a lot sometimes. My 22-year-old is not here, so it's mainly my husband and my son. And we have to figure our cycle out constantly, but I have to take my time and carve my time out and say no to them sometimes. And I'm glad that there's no kickback, there's no over expectation. It's just I'm going to take my time, and it's sometimes they're gonna, well, probably not my son, but my husband takes his time, and I either don't interrupt, or if I have to, it's an emergency or something like that. We flip flop, but we have to have our time to recalibrate, to rest, or just to not be asked anything. And if you aren't able to have that confidence to just say, "Hey, I need this. I need everybody to back up," then you're going to constantly be in that loop of stress and tired, and it's going to break your body down. And when I realized how grief breaks your body down and stress breaks your body down, I stopped overdoing. I stopped going to every event. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I know if I overdo it and if I push it, my body is going to pay for it. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my body and my health for anything these days. But I know that there's a reciprocity of energy that needs to be present. So I still make sure that I am being reciprocal, maybe not in the areas that other people expect, but at least I'm doing something to continue that cycle, to continue that regeneration of energy between me and certain friends, families, networks, associates, acquaintances, because we can't all be takers and we can't all be givers. There has to be some give and take in some of these relations, in all of these relationships, so that it can be beneficial in some way. You don't want to be drained, and you don't want to always have to do something in a relationship when nobody is giving you feedback or any or exchange of anything, of any type of energetic currency. So I am encouraging you guys to set a bedtime. Set a bedtime. Set some hours where the answer is no. No. Or start to do your things ahead of time. If you know mama or daddy gotta eat, gotta have a meal, or you in charge of that in your household, do it ahead of time. Make sure that you are doing things to make your life easier and that you can have more time for you. I have a lot more time for me, and I have to prioritize that. So I'm just encouraging you guys, you're in control of your time. You're in control of your decisions. Okay, little Tommy might have something on this day, but if you are on fumes, what good are you to them on fumes? Just to have some, or reach out to the village, or if you don't have a village, just keep in mind that you're putting all of these things on your plate and you have a choice. No is a complete sentence. Nobody wants to be the villain. Everybody wants to do what makes everyone else happy at your expense. And I think that's one of the issues in the world. That's why we don't have as much of a village and community as we used to. I think a lot of secrets have been revealed, of course, that needed to be brought to the forefront so we can see how people are moving and their patterns. But it is so important for you all to rest, to say no, to recalibrate, because you'll feel better. You'll be able to be rejuvenized in certain areas. Maybe it can help heal your issues that you're going on. A lot of times we have these diseases or these ailments, high blood pressure, because you're constantly in a state of stress. Your body is constantly tight. You're constantly worried. You're constantly on, like, you need a long time at some point. So when it comes to stress, I highly recommend that you start to begin to recognize it, honor it, and do a better job at being intentional on reversing the language that you say to yourself, the visual that you're experiencing in your mind and in your heart, and you're able to bring peace to yourself. Everyone says you're born in this world alone and you leave this world alone. So why are we putting so many emphasis on the opinions of others, the perception that others have of you? Who cares if people think you are whatever? You know who you are. You know what you think. And if you're foul in certain areas, you got to honor that. You got to own that. And then you can also adjust that as you go and as you learn and as you live. So I hope this message reaches you in a place where you are ready to rest, because you'll be surprised at what a really long nap or a long good night can do for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And plus, it's like if you keep running a machine, you run it, it starts to overheat and it starts to short circuit, and you don't want that. You want to bring that down, go in that room, lay it on down, take a nap, or go to bed at a reasonable time so that you can wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, and so that you can feel and have a good day. You don't have to have a stressful day. You can choose not to have one. And rest is one of the first steps that that is within your control in order to ensure a better day. So I hope you are, either if you're on your way to bed, hopefully it's not too late, and I hope that you get more rest in your life. Peace.